A community and a nation in mourning. A day after the vicious attack, grieving families came to a hall beside the daycare centre to try to make sense of this terrible tragedy and find out what happens next. The horror unfolded in a matter of moments. A former police officer wielding a shotgun, pistol and knife carried out the attack indiscriminately.
It all went down really fast. He was slashing. He didn't use the gun. He just kept slashing. It was all by knife.
The attacker, a 34-year-old father, forced his way into a locked room where children were sleeping. At least 23 children, some as young as 2 years old, were killed. Only one is said to have survived. For families who'd lost loved ones, there was only grief and bewilderment.
I already miss my son. I can't believe he's gone. I haven't seen his body yet.
I felt so sad. I fainted. I could not make any sense.
All of the injured victims are in good hands with the doctors at the hospital, but the most important thing is recovering their mental health and giving support to relatives of the victims.
The attacker has been named as 34-year-old Panya Kamrab. Police say he returned to his home after the attack, where he killed his wife and child and took his own life. The former police officer was sacked from the force in June over drug use. He'd attended a court hearing over methamphetamine dealing the morning of the attack. Police say motive will be the focus of their investigation, as well as their initial response.
We must learn lessons, how to control the scene and situation more quickly, and how better to respond.
Fortunately, yesterday this daycare centre wasn't nearly as busy as it usually is. Rain, widespread flooding and a broken down school bus kept most of the children away. There are normally 90 kids here every day. Yesterday there were just 24. But regardless of whether their children were here yesterday or not, this entire community is hurting. Zoe Ford, ABC News, Utaisawan.
And the Thai King and Prime Minister are expected to join mourners on site shortly. Zoe Ford is there.
Good evening. There are still many families here at the community centre beside the childcare centre. They're meeting with psychologists as well as government officials about compensation and financial assistance for the funerals. Soon Thailand's Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha will arrive here, and we've already seen some government helicopters with officials come ahead of time to make sure that everything's ready for that. Then later tonight, Thailand's King and Queen will visit this province and meet with the victims' families as well as officials to get a full briefing on what happened here in this community yesterday. Being here today, you really get a sense of just how much everybody knew everybody, and they're all deeply, deeply hurting. They can't make sense of this tragedy, and it's going to be a very tough time ahead for this community as they try to.